Hello again guys, so last night I sillified or micered my decks, and yeah, this is just a little thing I can add on to them, like a little touch of me, because I'm not as good at drawing as Alan is, or many other people are. Actually, I'm quite shit at it. Yeah, got my plane ticket here and all that, and a lot of awesome people are coming down there already. Now they're starting. I booked my ticket Friday, and the reason why I didn't want to do it longer than that was because I didn't feel like I would just come down and spend too much time at my friend down there, because I thought, well, maybe he'd like to have some time on his own. But then I found out today that there were going to be a lot of people down there. So hopefully there'll be room for all of us. But they say where there's a heart room, there's house room. And I know that the guy, well, you probably know who he is. If you're a fingerboarder and you know a lot about the fingerboards, and you probably know who Thomas Hansen is. That's where I'm staying. And we're going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be so much fun. So I'm sure that I'm going to be completely going mad with fingerboarding the whole weekend. And unfortunately, I haven't got a GoPro I can bring, because I made up my mind, said I'm not going to buy my GoPro now. I want to wait and see if the 4 comes out within too long. But I have a little emergency solution. I can use my GoPro, my fisheye lens for my phone. That's kind of like a little bit like a GoPro-y look. Wow, that cloud looks very dark. Hopefully it's not gonna rain, because I'm about to clear coat my decks and also go out and sand some more decks. I've also been working on some graphics for these decks here, which I'm gonna bring along. And hopefully, I don't know if I'm allowed to do some sales down there because it's not my event. And but I know last year some of the big established companies are allowed. I'm not a big established company yet. Hopefully one day I will be. But yeah, I'll have a wait and see. And a while later, we got a whole stack of decks sanded out, shaped, and now I just need to refine the edges, because you can see they're very sharp now. I'm going to round them all off. That's going to take some time because I do that by hand. And I have also been clear coating these babies on the top, and that's the second time they got now. I want to make sure the names don't come off properly. And what a noise you can make. I'm working on 2 or 3 different graphics. I don't know if I'm going to use all 3 or if we're going to make some more. We'll see. I also got to think of time, because I need to add the graphics, and then after adding the graphics, clear coding them as well. Also, I need to countersink them, which is probably the next thing I'm going to do now. Whew, busy hand sanding all the decks. And what I do is, if you look at the decks here, I'm rounding the edges off so they're nice and smooth, and preparing them to get the graphics on and clear coat. It's amazing to see how sunny it is, and hardly anything over there. But if you look up there, look at the sky. See how dark it is? It looks like a storm up there, but if back here it's just sunshine and everything. And also here, you see that? That's not like very nice. All these stinging needles. So the strimmer out and trying to kill all that and get it down, and then Paul's gonna use some weed killer in there, and out here we're just gonna try and keep it down. A lot of people don't realize how much work there actually is in making fingerboards, and that's why whenever people said, "Can I have a free fingerboard?" No, because there's a lot of work involved making them. Oh, and I clear coated these again. Look at the shine, guys. They are beautiful, beautiful work Alan done. They are basically dry, so I'm just leaving them to completely heal up. This one has been sold. Dylan bought this one, so that's already gone. So you guys can't purchase that, but all the others are still available. I will be bringing everything down to Fast Fingers. So if you're down there, you can ask me, and you can purchase them there. So I don't know if I'm allowed to sell them like inside Fast Fingers, but if we walk outside and you want to meet me outside and something, I got decks on me, well, they can't really do anything about that. It's not being disrespectful or anything, but if, of course, Black River and Berlinwood can sell, because it's basically their event. But I know other companies like Pop Decks and Flat Face and stuff like that are selling down there. and they're having a lot more sales and a lot more money between their hands than I do, so I can't see why I could be such a big of a threat. So hopefully we'll be allowed to go ahead and sell just a little bit of my decks. I'm not trying to get tons of money out from this, but it could earn a little bit. That would be nice. Thank you, love. Paul and I just been spending an hour and a half. Wow, this wind is getting strong. But we're trying to get all the weed away from here, and we've done this part in here, and we still have a little bit to do out there. Done half of it, but I'm just tired now because we haven't got a lawnmower now, and I had to cut this with a normal garden hedge scissor, and it's not a electric or motorized one. It's a manual one where you use both of your hands. Old school. And we had some of this more weed killer here. We just spread in there, so we don't have to keep all that anymore, or at least for some time. But looking better now. You still see the damage from when the tree fell. The fence is broken. We need to get 2 new panels. Tree's still over here. You can see now, if you look here, the hole down here is still there, and the root is completely rotten. It was only that little bit there which was alive, what kept the whole tree going. Everything else was rotten. Just big. See how it just crumbles? So it's amazing it still stood while we were here. But thankfully it didn't hit the house. What are you looking at, madam? You being nosy? You want to know what's down that hole? Probably some big spiders. Ugh. I've just been to our little convenience store over here. We needed some vegetable for tonight's dinner, and Paul thought he had enough already, but unfortunately not. Look at the sky. Ugh. Hopefully it keeps dry. I think it will. It just looks more evil than it probably is. But yeah, I'm just trying to get hold of one of my friends, and maybe I can sleep there from Thursday to Friday, because Thursday I want to pop to Copenhagen and buy some shoes in one of those cheap stores, skate shoes. You know, I'll buy very cheap shoes, and I'll wear them while they're nice, and when they're starting to look worn and not that nice, I'm gonna start using them for skating. And I like to go and get myself a pair or 2 because they're so really cheap, and I don't really have any others at the moment. So that was a plan, but I'm waiting for him to reply and say if I can crash there from Thursday night till Friday morning. I mean, I gotta be in the airport already about 5, so it's very early. Hi guys, don't worry, nothing is bad. The only thing, I'm just cheering up here. I just watched a video with a dying stray dog. Got his last wish granted, and you see the dog's last hours, and it just hurts so much in me seeing animals die. Oh shit, I could never be a vet. And also, this was a stray dog who lived all his life on the street, never had a home. But the final wish they did was to take him in and let him be in a home for the last hours and so. And it just hurts so bad watching it, because I love this little thing over there so much. And oh gosh. And I would honestly take a bullet for her, because it's just, oh dang it. You guys can't believe how much I love that little thing over there. She is so important to me. And seeing some dog just passing naturally, and knowing that someday she won't be around anymore, it's just hurting the thought of it, even though she's so young. And that's why I'm looking so much after her, because I love her so much and I don't want anything to happen. Gosh. So you've seen a new side of me now. That's why I could never become a vet. I have such a hard time when animals are being mistreated, and I can't take animal cruelty. I hate it so bad. And I'm also against wearing fur coats and all that, because some of the ways the animals are being treated at the places where they do all that kind of things. If they do it humane and the animals have a good life, I think it's a different story. But the truth is not many of those places exist. Mostly places the animals just stuck in a cage and never get out. Whew, this was hard. Yeah, now you've seen the sensitive side of iZilly, Michael. I'm not a tough guy at all, not when it comes to animals, never have been. That's why I'm against hunting as well. But anyways guys, I need to go and have a shower now. It's like 1:30 and I need to get a shower and go to bed. Cause I'm tired. I'm gonna see you all tomorrow, and if you have a dog or another pet, go and give it a big hug from me and let them know that you love them. Give them a treat or something like that, and try and appreciate the lovely things you get with your dogs. I mean, I normally don't feel like whenever Paul says, "Mike, would you take Sally for a walk because his back is so bad?" I like, oh yeah, I will do, and I get a little bit like, oh, I don't really feel like up to it. But whenever I then finally take Sally out and get out, and I see how much she enjoys being out with me, and it just changes the whole thing, and it just makes me realize, wow, I really enjoy being out with her, and I do, and so does Paul. So go and give your dog, your cat, your pet, whatever you have, a hug. Unless it's like a very venomous snake, don't do that. But you know what I mean. Anyways guys, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Take good care, love you all, stay awesome and epic. Peace guys. Editing and look at him around, my cousin! He just had a wisdom tooth pulled out, so he's a little bit funny taste in his mouth. A little? Kind of a little bit of blood. He came out with a sleeping bag, which I'm gonna borrow for 5 fingers. So that's awesome, bro. Thank you for that. I'm gonna bring it back for you and same.